We're back in Las Vegas. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of my favourite people, and always my favourite thing to do is eat. Tim Hulbert, chef, is with us today. He's the executive chef here at Planet Hollywood, which is one of the major resorts. You've got a massive responsibility because you're looking after room service, you're looking after the buffet and the general catering for the entire project.
Yes, we do. But I have a great team of chefs that I work with, and they just constantly do a fantastic job for us. So it's not as massive of a duty as you'd think.
Now, we're here today in the buffet, and it's a difficult balance, isn't it? The difference between making it affordable and making it good quality so people come back.
Absolutely. The days of the $4.99 all-you-can-eat ham and eggs buffet are long gone. We now have actual foodies that are very savvy in the culinary arts coming to buffets, especially locally here in Las Vegas. And we've really set the bar. The original Aladdin, and then we evolved with Planet Hollywood to really be the top buffet in Las Vegas. And now everybody's trying to emulate us.
Tell me about the buffet lifestyle, because it's an interesting thing that I've observed over the years, seeing different types of people eating different amounts. There are some people who seem to eat their entire week's food intake in one meal because they're at the buffet, and it is eat as much as you like. It's an interesting psyche, the buffet idea, isn't it?
It really is. And another interesting fact is some people don't realize you can go back for a second plate. So you'll see the poor folks stacking their plate 12 inches high, and but everyone likes to get a little bit of a taste, and the trick is walk the stations first, pick something out, go in for a plan of attack, see what you like, and try and pace yourself, because everyone thinks that they're really hungry, and by about the time they've made their third trip, they're done, and then they've got no room for our best station, and that's our dessert display.
And the other thing that concerns me about buffets is the amount of food which is wasted by people who literally have eyes far bigger than their belly. It must be frustrating for you because you're working hard to make this food great, and then they're leaving it on the plate.
You know, you'd be surprised. We do see some waste, but people clean their plates around here, which is flattering. We do have to keep the pans full, so ironically, more of the waste comes from my cooks, because if we have a slower day, we tend to waste it to put out a fresh batch again, because we don't want it to sit there very long. We want it to be hot and fresh all the time, and then again at the end of the night or the end of the lunch shift, we're going to again waste everything. You know, we don't send it to our employee dining room. We aren't allowed to give it to shelters or anything like that per the health department regulations. So yeah, there is some waste involved, but it's not a lot of waste from our guests. They clean their plates.
That's interesting. Tell me the difficulties of actually running a buffet, because it's very different to a restaurant. When I come in a restaurant, I'm ordering a meal and you provide me with a meal which is cooked fresh. Here, as you say, you've got to have probably 200 or 300 different items all ready to go 24/7.
The main obstacle is keeping everything consistent, keeping everything hot and fresh, and the key to that is having what I like to call aces in places. You've got your seasoned veteran line cooks that have been here for a long time, and the trick is, as much as I like to cross-train everyone and show them new skills, I like to keep the right people in the right job, so I do have consistency. The biggest challenge is keeping the food hot, fresh, minimal portions, and keeping them looking good all the time. So then when people go to feast on our buffet, and it's a slower period, that they get hot, fresh food. If it's a busy time, that there's plenty of it there for them. Gauging the volume of business is one of the bigger challenges that we face.
To come to a buffet of this quality in Britain would probably be 3 times as much. That's the reason I asked the question.
Well, I'm flattered that you think it is inexpensive, because American diners will come here from different parts of the country, and they will think, where do you get off charging $25.95? And maybe this is the first buffet they've gone to. They haven't tested out some of our competition. You go to a freestanding restaurant and you try and get all you can eat prime rib, shrimp, and Alaskan king crab legs, let alone unlimited beverages, it's going to be a little bit more than $26.
This is a place for choice, Vegas. It's a place where you can get a $25 room, you can get a $2,500 room, or even a $25,000 room. This is a place where you can get a $25 buffet. I heard some obnoxious story of a guy who went in a restaurant and spent $150,000 on a meal for one. I don't know how you do that, but it is possible here in Vegas. All I know is with these buffets, you're getting absolute value for money, and the fact that the drinks are thrown in as well, for us Brits, it's absolutely unique, and congratulations on a great buffet. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
The Alex Belfield In Conversation podcast.